Ahoy there, and welcome to another marina tour. If you don't know by now, I am going all the way around the UK using Boatfolk marinas and filming little tours at them all. Because one thing that isn't publicised enough, I don't think, is if you are a I'm Portland berth holder, a Boatfolk berth holder, you can visit all their other marinas for up to 30 days in each, and that's 30 days in each, not spread between them. There are 11 marinas all around the UK, and this one is Conway. So, roll an intro. Do me a favour and watch this video. Not for me, for the RNLI. Because basically these marina tour videos, what I'm going to do is any proceeds that come from them, at the end of every month I'm going to donate that amount to the RNLI station that is local to this marina. So, have a watch, keep watching, and those few minutes you have to spend looking at adverts and listening to this stupid fool are going to make money to help our amazing volunteers that save lives at sea all the time. Yeah, let's get into the tour. Okay, I suppose we better start off by having a look where Conway is. Conway is on the north coast of Wales, nestled between the island of Anglesey and that big lump of rock, the Great Orme, where you will find Llandudno, if that is indeed how you pronounce it. You can see the approach with the markers there. We'll talk about that more in a little bit, and we can zoom in on the actual marina. Here it is in satellite mode because that's a bit easier to get a sense of the place. Yeah, so if you're approaching, you're either going to have to brave the Menai Strait, which I did not, as you will know by now, or come around the top and brave the South Stack and North Stack around Holyhead. Yeah, but realistically they're fine. If you're coming in from the north, there's the Isle of Man up there and surrounding areas. Much simpler really. You do have some wind farms if you're coming from that direction, but all in all it's a pretty easy place in the world to get to. On the approach you will find the fairway marker, the safe water mark, or whatever you call them, and then the buoyed channel. It is only accessible at certain states of tide. You can look into that yourself. I'm not responsible for that. You can come down the channel here, and one bit to look out for is this little area in here. So you can see the channel actually doglegs around this area. That's called the scabs. So don't go straight on unless you know you can definitely make it through. And coming round, and then you'll swing into the river itself. I came in on a rising tide. It's quite a lot of flow into the entire area. Yeah, and be careful to make sure you come in through the actual marked area, through the two green marks there, because on the chart it looks like the water is in the other bit. Yeah, and I came in on that first pontoon, Alpha, which is just there, and that's my boat. Looking around, you will see the office, the shop, which we'll look at a bit more, and the pub. And we'll scan around and have a look at the actual marina proper. You will see that it is blinking huge. This is the marina village, I think it's called, that surrounds the marina. It's massive. There are lots and lots of boats here. It's just a stunning location altogether. So I'm actually stood on the end of this breakwater here doing the filming. It's a nice walk around there. There are beaches up there and stuff like that. You can just about see the entrance there, and looking out, I believe that's a waiting pontoon that we just saw, and this is looking out onto the estuary and the swing moorings that are out there. You can see the little Orme was just gone past, and that is the Great Orme over there, and you can see the beaches off into the distance. Pretty cool, isn't it? It's nice to be able to walk around that area. That boat isn't really good at reversing. I've actually just reversed this footage, but don't tell anybody. Yeah. here's proof that that boat can actually go forwards and is leaving through the little channel there. Cool, isn't it? You're always sort of scared. I'd be scared going through, like, don't hit, don't hit. I've definitely worked this out right. I've definitely got enough water. Yep, we've got enough water. The keel's over it. And away they go into the estuary. So here is a bit of a demonstration of the tidal flow and the currents. You can see the speed at which that water is moving past his hull there exceeds his speed against the background, which means he's going into a current. Yeah, so Boatfolk have handy dandy marina maps on the website that you can download, and also they always do these little funky area maps that give you a general idea of the area, and of course they publish the opening times for the entire year. This is just one of the pages from that. Talking about facilities, obviously they have the lift out crane there, and I believe that this building in the background, just behind a funky little tractor, this one here is a new building now for boat care, so they can do a lot more work inside and get out of the weather and stuff like that. Quite proud of that new building. I didn't manage to get inside, unfortunately, but yeah, there's the boatyard and storage, and then of course they have boat sales from Boat Point, new and used, which is always good. They actually have a little office below the main marina office, which we will see momentarily. This is the approach from the car park side of the marina, where you can see the mulberry, which is a great boozer and not too expensive as well. I went in there and had some food, which was delicious. Met a friend there, a viewer of the channel, and then you have the mulberry stores, which is super handy, having a shop right on site. Also, what is handy is having a chandlery right on site. So this is the office area here. You go in through the door, and the main office is upstairs and to the left of this picture. The showers, toilets and everything else are also in that area up the stairs, with accessible ones downstairs, I believe. Or is there a lift? I don't recall, because I'm rubbish at things. And then you just get a glimpse of the Boat Point office to the bottom left. One of the fantastic things about this marina is the surrounding area. There is so much there. Just going back to the breakwater there, just north of it you will see an area called Morva Conway. So this area has a bit of a tenuous link to me, I suppose, in a way, because the Mulberry Harbours were designed and built there. Hugh Loris Hughes, I believe it was. The prototypes were conducted on that Morva there, and the way it relates to me is that there are actually two unused Mulberry Harbours down in Portland. I used the mooring buoy just near them, so yeah, it's cool to see where those were most likely built, or the prototypes to them were built anyway. Yeah, so beautiful town. I actually went for a walk. There's a coastal path that leads from near the marina around the side of the estuary. Unfortunately, I took a completely wrong turn and went the wrong way, but it was nice anyway, so let's have a look at that, I suppose. Yeah, for some reason I thought this random grass track down the side of a football pitch was actually the coastal path, of which it was not. However, it was quite nice to be in some nature and not on the boat. Here's some pictures of that nature. I believe this is called a tree or bush. Yeah, and you got some nice little views out into the estuary. It's just a beautiful place, eh? Here is another more different type of bush, one I believe you could eat if so you so wished. But yeah, anyway, less of the messing around. I found a little beach. Oh, I'm still actually on that path. So this is a sort of little rivery bit as well. This was a point where I realised I'd completely messed up, because just around that corner is a dead end, and I basically had to fight my way back through onto this path, which is an actual path with walls and a path and everything, which is the path I should have been on. So yeah, had a lovely little walk along the estuary. On the path is Coed Bodlondeb, if that is indeed how you pronounce it, which I'm not sure it is. But yeah, glorious little walk through through some beautiful woods. Absolutely stunning little area. I actually didn't go in. I stuck to the coastal path because I like looking at water and boats, which is exactly what I'm doing. So it's about maybe a 15 minute walk along this path, where you get to see, I think that's the Conway in the distance perhaps, all the little fishing boats and the little arm there. They have this sort of floating pontoon that's connected ashore, which looks like a great place to stop until you have a look at when the tide is out, and effectively it doesn't exist anymore. Not even the end of it is ashore. There are floating pontoons in the middle there that you can use, I think, and dinghy ashore from. Yeah, it's surprising just how different this place looks between the states of tide. Then we start to get our first glimpse of the town itself. So Conway is an ancient walled town, walled city. So there is just loads and loads of cool things, like the Great Britain's smallest house, for instance. I didn't go in, I probably wouldn't fit. You see, this is a fleet tender. They're my favourite boat in the world. If I won the lottery, I'd get one and sort of convert it into a liveaboard and travel the world on it, because I'm an idiot. Yeah, more views of the walled city, and you can just see the castle poking up in the background there. If you're from the northwest like I am, you've probably done a school trip to this castle. It is utterly stunning, and you can have a good walk around. In fact, let us talk more about the castle. So, the castle was built by Edward I during his conquest of Wales between 1283 and 1287, so it's even older than I am. It was constructed as a part of a wider project to create Conway, the walled town itself, sort of thing. And it was involved in several different conquests and sieges, and it's been a huge part of history ever since. There's a great Wikipedia article on the Tinterweb, which I'm actually reading from, so it's probably easier if you go and read that, you know what I mean? UNESCO says that the Conway Castle is one of the finest examples of late 13th century and early 14th century military architecture in Europe, and is a World Heritage Site. I also read that from Wikipedia. Yeah, so it's quite simple to go and visit the castle. You can just rock up and pay on the door, as it were. I'll leave a link to the website with all the prices and stuff like that in the description. Okay, moving on. So there are a huge amount of other things to view around Conway, like Aberconway Abbey, Aberconway House, which is a 14th century merchant's house, which is pretty cool. Plasmar, if that is indeed how you say it, which was built in 1576, and all sorts of other historical marvels that I will just ruin the pronunciation of, so it's no point me telling you about it. Just go there and look at them yourself, sort of thing. It's probably for the best. I can't do this justice. I did actually have more footage of the marina itself, and it has disappeared into the ether, unfortunately. I was going to drive back. It's just sort of walking around the pontoons footage, but I don't know. It's done a bunk, basically. It's run away. I was going to try and get back there to film it again, but it's basically 2 minutes of walking around pontoons, so I can't justify a 10-hour round trip for that. Yeah, so sorry about that. But basically, a marina is a marina. It's boats tied to wood, usually on metal piles near the sea. So that's why the surrounding area and other key things are the determining factors, really, aren't they? Why I like Boatfolk, because you've always got great staff, you've always got great facilities, they tend to be in great locations. Yeah, fantastic. I suppose we should do some final thoughts. This is probably where I'll waffle too much. We'll see. So, my approach to Conway, I actually did in the dark. So I did the Boyd channel in the dark. And it's not too bad actually, it was alright. The lights were easily identifiable. As I came in, called them up, and the very nice chap on the radio assigned the berth and all the rest of it, told me which side 2 I'd be, blah blah blah. It's fine. You just really need to watch out for those the currents, especially if you're coming in a couple of hours before or after high water. If the gate's open, it's probably easier to do it at slack. Excuse me. So what do I think about the marina? It's one of the most stunning settings. The whole sort of area around the marina, the little beautiful little houses, the walks, the beaches, the pub there is great. The facilities, I'm pretty sure it has like an overhead rainfall showery thing. I was going to get some footage in there, but there were always people in there, so I was like, I don't want to get my phone out when some poor chap stood there having a waz. So I didn't get that. As with all Boatfolk marinas, the staff and the facilities are absolutely bang on. They do all the sort of work with the boat care stuff, and then you can buy boats there. The office staff are fantastic, as always. Yeah, really good experience. And then of course the town's superb. There is a little bit of absolutely everything there, so you can go to like some kind of gastro pub and spend a fortune if you really want to, or I found like a working man's pub, like £2 a pint or something like that. It was it smelt funny, it was brilliant. It reminded me of being back up north. Although I guess I was up north, really, North Wales. Fantastic. So yeah, and there's this little butcher's, and they do these Red Dragon Scotch egg things with like chilli in. Oh man, they were immense. I got one. I ate it walking down the street, turned around, walked back and got another. Yeah, they've got everything there, and it's a beautiful walk around into the harbour and all that lot. You could literally stay for however long and go and find something else any given day, sort of thing. It's superb. Yeah, in terms of the surrounding area, you're on the outskirts of the Snowdonia National Park, so you can go walking around there and all that sort of thing if you're into that exercise type stuff. I'm clearly into my exercise. Yeah, it's superb. If you're into climbing as well, which I used to be, there's North Wales is an excellent spot to go climbing. Yeah, and coasteering as well. They do a lot of coasteering around there, which is like jumping off rocks and in wetsuits and scrambling along the coast and stuff like that, which is awesome. There's excellent transport links, so buses and trains are just a short walk away. Car hire place, which I walked to, and then of course you've got Llandudno, which is like a proper seasidey type town. Loads of touristy stuff there if you want to go over that way. I think you can probably get the bus there through to Conway and all that lot. As a place to visit, it's pretty easy to get to. It's got a lot of stuff in the area and surrounding areas. As a place to have a boat, it'd be fantastic, because going down there for a weekend or whatever and spending the weekend in Conway would be absolutely awesome. Fishing out of there is good as well, as I know from Simon and Gemma from Ship Happens, who I went fishing with while I was there. That was cool. Yeah, all in all, a very, very nice place indeed. Yeah, so if you're interested, get in touch with them. I'll leave the website links down below and stuff like that, and go and be a Boatfolk berth holder, because they're pretty bloody fantastic, you know. I can't say much more than that, can I? Alright, thanks for watching.